Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why I'm bullish on BENI on base and why you should possibly be as well. Obviously, this is solely my opinion and not financial advice, but let's go ahead and dive into the website. Head over to benionbase.com and you'll be greeted by this page. We are the Coinbase director's pet dog, and that's literally why I'm freaking bullish, and why you should as well. Literally, we can look into the charts and go ahead and go in even deeper, which we will, and you'll be seeing the reasons why I'm actually bullish. I'm going to be comparing a token that has been another blockchain that has done very, very well. And a lot of you probably know about this just by looking at my page up here, Myro. And I'm going to go ahead and showcase the total volume that it's going into base and why you should be bullish long term, right? I think this is a good bet, not just on BENI, but on the whole blockchain itself, right? So let's go into the website. Literally, one of the main reasons why I'm bullish is because it's the director's pet dog. It's really that simple. You don't have to overthink it or any of that, but they do have a staking protocol right here, and they also do have a exchange or a swap within the website, which is really cool, right? If you go ahead and stake BENI, you could go ahead and get a BENI back in return, and you could go ahead and lock it up with these periods right here, right? I tried doing it a few weeks ago. It wasn't allowing me. I think the website actually got updated. So, but at the moment, right now I'm just holding BENI, right? So I'm not actually even staking or any of that. But you could go ahead and stake it and swap it, which is really cool. I guess you could go ahead and call it that it does have some sort of, what is it called? Frick, dude, it's literally in the top of my head. It has utility. There you go, utility. So anyways, let's go ahead and look into the charts, and I'm going to go ahead and show you why I'm bullish on BENI. So looking at BENI, I've actually entered on BENI around this zone right here, back at this bottom, and I've been loading up on this dip, and all the dips that I've been loading up. Currently right now, still holding strong in my position. As you can go ahead and see on DEX tools, we are hot trending number 6. Total market cap of 8.40 million. Supply is quite low, which is a good sign, and holder count has grown freaking massively, right? Over 1.36 million in 24-hour volume. And if we actually go ahead and head over to DEX Screener, because this is actually where it tells us the exact top, we actually reached 9.81 million. I wouldn't go ahead and suggest any of you to go ahead and buy, greens. It is slightly dumping. We could go ahead and be followed with a correction. That's typically what we see when we see a massive run up. Doesn't mean it's always going to happen. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you might have to go ahead and miss out on that initial pump. But there could be a possibility where we could go ahead and actually retrace back down about 60%, and that'll be around the 3 to the 2 million market cap. So if you could go ahead and load up on BENI within these ranges right here, I think that'd be very, very solid. The only problem is you can't guarantee that we will go ahead and dump about 50 to 60%, right? It's a hit or miss. Usually what I would suggest a lot of you to go ahead and do is just dollar cost average. That's what I've been doing. As I mentioned, I'm betting long term on not just BENI, but base in general, right? And the reason why I'm bullish on BENI and why I see BENI hitting over, in my opinion, all right, I do believe and I do see BENI hitting over at least 100 million plus market cap during this bull run, right? And you might think, John, that's a little crazy. It sounds crazy, but if you actually look into what is going on right now, it's clear that it has the capability of doing that, right? So one of the tokens that actually did very, very well, and a lot of you know, it's Myro. Myro did really, really well, as you can go ahead and see looking at the all-time high. I do believe even Myro on its own is going to reach $1, but this is not a Myro video. But if you go ahead and take a look at this comparisons, I guess, Myro was actually named after Solana's co-founder's dog. So that is one of the reasons why Myro took off, right? So we're still seeing the narrative of like co-founders, founders, celebrities, pets that are taking off, right? Even people's moms. Like I've literally seen tokens of people's moms literally take off. But that's another topic to go ahead and talk about. But just on that alone, you can see that where the narrative is heading, right? And to me personally, I think BENI is going to be one of those. If we actually go ahead and take a look at DeFi Llama, you could go ahead and see that base right now has a total value locked of 1.60 billion. And it's in 6th place right now, right? We're getting close, and I don't want to say we're going to surpass Solana in no time, but we're not that far away. Solana's at 3.88 billion, which everybody claims to be the freaking best blockchain. Like Base, dude, it's been freaking amazing. I love Base. I like everything about Base. I don't think I've had any complaints so far yet. Gas fees are freaking like cheap for all those that, you know, have been transacting in Base. You know, there's a lot more benefits and cons, right? Solana, man, Solana did have cheap fees, but these last couple weeks, at least with the congestion, we did see fees go pretty high. You know, I was paying pretty high fees, like a little bit over $1 sometimes per transaction, which is still nothing compared to regular ETH where you're paying $100 to $60 per transaction. But Solana is supposed to be the one that solves the problem, right? So for me personally, I think Solana is kind of done with as far as with the meme tokens. I'm not saying Solana is going to go ahead and not have any more Solana tokens run up on memes, but I do think it's super saturated right now, and I think a lot of the chads from Solana are actually moving into Base and are actually seeing the benefits, and they're seeing the growth coming in there. So if you actually go ahead and see the addresses on Solana, it's about 752,000, and Base has 346,000. So we're just getting started. So keep that in mind. If you think you're late to Base, you are not. Obviously, as you see right here in the charts, we are growing very, very quickly. And for that reason, that's one of the main reasons why I'm very bullish on a lot of projects on Base. I feel like you could almost throw your money into any Base token and do very, very well, right? Obviously, that's not the case 100%, but you could pretty much almost throw, as long as there's a very strong community behind it, you could go ahead and expect a lot of these Base tokens to run up, right? So if you are looking to go ahead and load up on Solana or Base, or not Base, Ethereum, go ahead and check out Blofin, which is a non-KYC exchange. They are giving all the way up to $5,000 in sign-up bonuses. Go ahead and use my link down below. But in my opinion, I think I've said one of the main reasons why I'm very, very bullish is, as I mentioned, Base is just growing. So if you are thinking and considering of jumping into Base, I hope this video kind of gave you a little bit of inspiration, I guess. As I mentioned, this is literally facts that I'm showing you right here as Base is growing, right? And a lot of people are going to regret not jumping into Base as Base literally continues to grow. Coinbase, as a lot of you know, they are integrating this new wallet where it's going to be very easy for retail to jump in, right? So you jumping into a lot of these tokens such as BENI, you know, a lot of these other Base tokens right now, our exit liquidity is going to be when retail jumps in, right? So in my opinion, that is one of the main reasons why I'm bullish on BENI, not just because of the narrative, but most specifically because of the fact that I do believe in Base itself, right? So I hope all of you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch all of you on to the next one. Take care.